Welcome to Bayview, Idaho. This is the land of houseboats, it seems. They're all over the perimeter of the lake here. I guess Lake Pend Oreille is big by Sandpoint, and then this is kind of like where the lake kind of narrows down into an artery. I think it then ends just west of here. But it's just so windy in Sandpoint right now that this is pretty nice because it's in a cove and it's a little bit less like just waves, and the water's calm here at least. And I've never been to this area, so it's gonna be a new experience. Should be hopefully pretty solid out here. Still very windy in here, but just kind of, I don't know, paddle around, explore, and see what this area is like, because I've never been here, surprisingly. And the wind is just pushing me back towards Bayview so fast. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen the wind not blasting through here. And yeah, it definitely does not disappoint. Boy, this is like really unreal. Kylo's gone in the water twice. I've gone in the water once so far. Would not call that fun. Man, I'm basically paddling in place. The wind is so strong. I thought that maybe by the shore it wouldn't be as bad. Luckily I found this little cove, but man, it is just so rough out there. Man, it is brutal. I'm not quite back yet. And the thing is, it's just like rock walls. Come on. Fuck. Even right here, I'm like just getting blown backwards. There's no way out. No walking or anything. I have to get back in the Bayview. And it's just such a slog. This is not fun anymore. Be a little easier without Kylo here. but at least he's just staying right between my legs. So, you know, I've gone in the water now like 5 times and he's only gone in twice. So if I lose balance, I'm just kind of jumping in and keeping the board upright so that way he can stay on top of it. This whole Bayview little town is interesting. It feels a lot like a coasty town, like something on the Oregon coast or along the Californian coast. Got a little Italian restaurant here, Mexican food, and then you have some really nice houses along the mountainside there. I don't know, it's just pretty quaint. And then you have like someone's house up there with some RVs, and it's the RV park. I think it's just like a makeshift RV park. It's kind of wild how when I got here there was really no wind, and by the time I kind of got out towards the edge of the bay, the wind had picked up, and it took me so long to get back. It was really miserable. It was not very much fun. And like I had boats going by me and they were just like waving, and I was just like, bro, maybe you toss me a rope or like help me get back. I mean, I wouldn't have taken the help anyways, but yeah, it was kind of nerve-wracking for a little bit, because you know, I've got Kyla with me on the board and it's rough and it's super windy. It just wasn't a good predicament, that's for sure. I'm used to some wind in Tahoe, but nothing really like what we experienced, especially because it kind of came from, I think, funneling through this mountains range here, through this little valley, and then just blasted right onto the lake. I mean, Kylo kind of was behind me if I had to kneel down, or just was between my legs. So I could tell if he was about to fall in, you know, I knew. There were certain times when he was just standing on the back of the paddleboard and I'd have to keep looking back and be like, okay, you still there? Because if he fell into the water, the current was going so fast out into the middle of the lake that he'd have some distance from me pretty quick. This seems like a sweet little Italian restaurant. It's called the Taverna, which I'm not really sure if that's Italian for anything, but hanging out here by on the outside lounge would be pretty sweet. I think this place probably in the summertime gets relatively busy because you've got that nice bay. I mean, right now can't really do much on the water, it's just so windy. I tried to coax Kylo out of the house to come down here to walk along this pathway on Ponderay, but he was not coming near the car. He did not want to go anywhere. I don't really blame him after this morning's fiasco on the lake. We literally had like, I don't know, not quite tornado level winds, but boy, the winds through here have just been ripping through. I haven't seen winds like that. It's like tilting over strong, big trees. Paddleboarding through that was quite miserable. But unlike Kylo, I am unable to just stay at the house. I have to like keep on moving around. So I figured I'd come downtown and just walk through the city a little bit and see what it's all about, what's changed, if there's any cool spots to maybe check out. Not really about spending any money, but at least going down Nostalgia Lane and going through the old Coldwater Creek Cedar Street Bridge might be kind of neat. This is where we almost drowned today. Well, it's crazy that I'm walking around town and I go into a store, someone walks in and they're like, hey, you look familiar. And they're like, what's your name? So I told them and they're like, yeah, we went skiing and snowboarding together a lot. So I recognized his name. I didn't recognize him, but it was just wild after so many years since, I don't know, probably I was 15. And people are like, Jeff? Just wild. Wild, I say. A lot of my friends from back in the day are still here. They seem to be pretty successful. So this town perhaps breeds success in a way. Just gotta tap into it somehow. But I think it's easier to start businesses here and start, I don't know, things perhaps. Especially, well, maybe back in the day when everything was cheap and people are moving in, but it's still a town that's growing and it's probably always going to need more and more and hardworking innovators. Or maybe it also comes down to luck, persistence, and just pure grit, not giving up. Possibly staying in one spot for more than a couple months too might help. Well, I guess that didn't really work out for Tahoe, but you know, when you're not committed to a certain place and you're kind of half in, half out, that doesn't breed success either. I just gotta figure out where I want to be and what I want to do for that success and stick with it.